In secondary school, the bad deed of one could lead to the punishment of all, and that was the case for the SS3 student of New Leaf Academy. I can still remember the fight Victor had with an SS1 student who bought a biscuit with his change. Because of that, Mr. Frederick, the principal, banned SS3 boys from ever visiting the canteen for the rest of the term. They were left with no choice but to beg the girls to help out. One noon break, after the long physics class in SS3A, a unique clique, Ugbono, Andrew, Ecom, and the Prince Charming of them all, Francis, gathered in the empty classroom for their usual talks about football and everything else. The noon break will soon be over, and the next 3 classes after that included a test by Mr. Mark, the chemistry teacher. Francis had to remind them to get lunch and probably prepare for the test. Andrew didn't have the notes for the lesson, but he had someone in mind he could borrow from to glance through. Francis called Rita, his supposed high school babe. As usual, school was her escape from home, where the person she hated the most, her mom, resided. Noon breaks were a chance to practice all her dances for the next or upcoming dance events she might have with her girls. Standing up there in the dancing hall on the 3rd floor of the building, she was uncomfortable, almost pissed, when Francis begged her to come by a meal for them. But as it is, he was the only guy she was personally fond of, and girls can do anything for fine looks. Before the call could drop, Andrew took over and begged Rita to bring a textbook. Guess what? Andrew was known for begging and borrowing things, and he was especially called Mr. Begging. To some, he dare not call him that, but to others, when he needed something, he could overlook. A while later, Rita rushed into the classroom where the boys sat. Unfortunately, Andrew had left to use the restroom. Rita seemed to be in a hurry to get something done and dropped off the book without a proper explanation of who it was for. On her way to the cafeteria, she stopped by the library to have some words with her not-so-likely friend, Eno. The following day, Andrew approached Rita about the book, but she insisted she brought it to him with full conviction. On the second day, Rita came demanding for the book.
You know what? Stop being a dickhead and fool for nothing. Start buying things and owning them and stop begging. You're an idiot. Get the hell out of my front.
Andrew went sober. When Francis approached him, he narrated how Rita disrespected him. Francis was bewildered. So he explained the whole scenario to Andrew and calmed him down. When Francis met with Rita on the 3rd day, he had a heart-to-heart talk with her, just like he always did. The following day, something